If you're here, say hello. I saw a heart. All righty. Let's see. Hey, Atlanta. Hey, Tiff. How are you, lovelies? Thank you for sliding through. I'm going to clean this real quick. Just waiting for some more for the room to warm up. Hey, Creative University. Hey, Zakila. How are you? I always mispronounce you and your sister's name. I be mixing them up. How's your mom? Creative University, how's your mom? Tell her I said hello. I miss talking to her. I do miss my clients. All right, Atlanta says came right on in. All right. Atlanta, you can go ahead and drop your question. That's good. You guys say you know what me. Thank y'all. Y'all love me. Let me go ahead and drag people over here from Instagram. Hey, Max Love. Let's see if I can drag them in. Okay, great, Creative University. You guys can go ahead and drop your 25 to the PayPal link, and then drop your questions in the comments. Alana, you can go ahead and drop your question. Yeah. Okay, Venetia, I see you. Thank you. 3, 1. All right. YouTube. Zakia, are you here yet, my darling? Okay. Hey, okay. Hi, Venetia. I got your 25. Go ahead and submit your question. When you guys submit your question, just say what name you put it under. What name your PayPal is under. Oh, my throat. Alanta Alson, you can go ahead and drop your question. Okay. Venetia wants to know what message the Spirit have for her. Jalila, I got your message. I got your payment. Go ahead and drop your question. Venetia wants to know what message the Spirit have to say to her. Okay, so Venetia, this is going to be regarding your health. This is a message regarding your health. I'm seeing some energy, some heat around the womb portal. Okay, that's for Venetia. I'm seeing some energy around the womb portal. So if you've been having any questions, if you've been having any, pain or discomfort in your womb portal, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to use the proper words here. Then please be sure to go and get that checked out, Venetia. I'm also seeing some energy around the thyroid, okay? I'm also seeing some energy around the thyroid. So Venetia, let's get that health checked up. You guys can ask more than one question. Just put in another payment. When you put in the payment, please put in this is payment for question 2, payment for question 3. And then when you ask your question, tell me what your PayPal name was. Okay, Tiffany, I see you. Alanta, I'm about to answer your question right now. I'm about to answer. Let me go get my notebook real quick, y'all. Hold on. Okay, Alanta, what message? You want a spirit message? Thank you, Alanta. Yes, I do remember your name. Okay. So Alanta, Tiffany, I see your question. Alanta says she wants to know what is the message from Spirit for her. Creative University, go ahead and send your question in. Alanta, what does Spirit want you to know? What does Spirit want you to know? Alanta, Spirit wants you to know you've done a good job on a lot of healing. If you've been feeling particularly more happy or a little bit more at peace, Alanta, your angel team is really, really happy with you at this time. You've done a lot of good work with your healing. You've been setting your boundaries. Oh my God. And Alanta, so if you're single and seeking, then your person should be coming in about just shy of 18 months. And Alanta, I'm also going to say, if this is resonating with you, do not settle when it comes to love or job or anything. Your vibration is really high right now. So you're going to have to use a lot of discernment because Alanta, you are going to attract both high and low vibration vibrational people. When we have a lot of light, we attract both high or low vibrational people. And I don't even want to say people are high or low vibration. I'll say that they're either in a high vibrational state or in a low vibrational state. Atlanta, I also want you to wear gold. I want you to start wearing more gold jewelry, gold clothing, anything with gold and yellow. And I also want you to work on your solar plexus chakra. Listen to solar plexus chakra meditations at night. Venetia, just one more thing for you. Your thyroid is coming up for me too, Venetia. I want you to check on that thyroid, okay? All right, Tiffany, here we go. Jalila, I'm still waiting on your question, my darling. Tiffany, I'm going to answer your question now. Hey, it's Tiff. It's Tiffany from Charlotte. Thank you, Tiff, for coming out with me. Just paid. When will I have another baby, and will it be with my current child's father? Ooh, okay. Max, your mom is the one with the thyroid issue? No pain at all? Venetia, is that you? I'm seeing your question. I got a yes, Venetia, that is you. And check it up. You might be, I'm asking if you're taking on sympathy pains. No. Remember, I see the future as well. So Venetia, just take that message as is. And if you start to feel anything in the next 6 months, then go and get things checked out. Okay. Alanta, did you pay twice? I'll check in a second. Okay, Tiffany, let's see. When will I have another baby, and will it be with my current child's father? Tiffany, you got to be careful, Tiffany. So look, I do see another child. I see a pregnancy. I don't know if the child will come to fruition, and you might choose to send the child back to spirit, or the child may choose to send itself back to spirit. But what I'm seeing, Tiff, and I don't want to put your business all the way out there, is that I'm seeing that you may have an issue where you may not know, you may be having to choose between two men. There may be two men that might be the child's father. So Tiff, be mindful, right? Just be mindful, be mindful. But I do see a pregnancy. I see a pregnancy. Like I said, I don't know if that child can come to fruition for whatever choices people may make. Anywhere from 6 to 12 months, Tiffany. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Lynn, I'm gonna see. So you have more. Okay. Lynn Rabia, I see yours. Forgive me. Alana, you did pay twice. I'll send it back to you in a minute. I got to get another phone. Okay, Lynn Rabia, go ahead and drop your question. And Jalila, I don't see your question. Oh, there it is. I see your question, Jalila. Okay. Samantha sent some money to Cash App. Who is Samantha? Guys, if you use Cash App, it might send it back to you. So please just go with PayPal. PayPal and I have been rocking for years. Okay, Lynn, go ahead and drop your question. Creative University. I'm going to answer your question now. She says, hi, I met a guy on Friday. I felt such a strong connection to him. He was so attentive and caring. I gave him my number that day, but I haven't heard from him. His initials are MA. Good. Why can't I stop thinking of him? Will we date? Great. Okay, thank you. So if you are asking about somebody, guys, please, if you want, you can put down their initials. Okay, Lynn, I got you. Tiffany, you laughing, Tiffany. You funny. Let's see what this guy MA. So Jalila, here's what I'm picking up with MA. He was very interested in, hold on. Okay, so Jalila, what I got immediately was a couple of things. One, very interested in you. You remind him of someone, so either someone he dated when he was much younger, or you may remind him of his mom. And I feel like if that's the case with his mom, he has a very deep connection with his mom. His mom might even be on the other side. She might be passed over. So he was very, 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 very interested in you, Jalila. But here's the deal. I just got that he is not single. So I want to know, how not single is he? I'm asking, is he married? I'm hearing a kind of. So what's this? Oh, he's engaged. Bastard. So Jalila, here we go. MA is, from what I'm getting, he's engaged. MA, Jalila, is engaged. So because I asked if he married. So he really liked you. He didn't expect to meet you. You guys, now, while it's still a little bit of us on here, I'm going to go a little deeper in these questions, but over time, as this room grows, I may not be able to go as deep, but all y'all are like my clients anyway, so I know y'all stories. Jalila, so the thing is, you and this gentleman have met in many lifetimes. You've shared past lives with this guy, man, up to 16 times, Jalila, 16 times. I'm going to be really honest. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that probably the person that he's engaged to is not the right person. And you seem to come back in this lifetime to kind of remind him that's not the right person. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes kind of chaotic, Jalila, where it's like you do find out he is with someone and you still sort of kind of see him end up in a situationship. What I would say is protect your heart, protect your womb. and have your boundaries, right? You know, just it's a lot of times these men, unfortunately, people will they'll get married and engaged to people they don't really love because it's convenient or there's kids or money or looks or whatever. So Julie, that's why you're feeling that. What I would tell you to do is do a cord cutting. I think I've walked you through a cord cutting before, or you can listen to a cord cutting meditation online. But Julie, cut cords with him because what you're having is a lot of past life memory, and he's thinking of you too. But he's engaged. All right, so we're going on to let's see. Okay, so Lance, I'm going to answer your second question. Samantha, you sent in your 25. Samantha, we're not using Cash App tonight if we can because it was just acting foolish. Okay, so Lynn. Okay, going back to Lynn's question, what the spirit want me to know. And the replays will be up, guys. The replays will be up. So Lynn, what does spirit want you to know right now? Okay, if you guys send in a second payment, in the notes in the payment say this is for question number 2, question number 3, question whatever. Okay, Max Love says she just paid. If you're watching me on Instagram, come over to where am I on? YouTube. Come over to YouTube. Look at me with no filter. Okay, and no makeup. I just got a little eye makeup. Okay. Let me get back to y'all. Come over to YouTube, Psychic Zaya, so I can answer your question. I'm not answering anything on Instagram, guys. Okay. See, let's go over to Lynn, what the spirit wants you to know. Okay, Lynn, I feel like some changes have happened with your job. We had a phone reading, I think last year, the year before. You're up for another promotion, Lynn. Even if you just got one, you're up for another one. However, Lynn, Arabia, I'm going to tell you, I know I mispronounced your name. Forgive me, Mom. It's charged to my head, not my heart. Is something with your school district, Lynn, in Boston it's going to be affected by Trump and that other thing up there, thing 1 and 2. And so be prepared for some weird chaos, Lynn, at the top. It's weird. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but it's something weird where there's a lot of shuffling around at the last minute. You may decide to leave the Boston school system by the end of the school term, Lynn. It's something very weird. So please save your money. Don't make any crazy big purchases. I mean, like if you're already in the process of buying a house, go ahead and buy it. But let this year play out because it's something very weird what's about to happen with the school system, even if it's private, but definitely if it's public. Okay. So I got you, Samantha. Okay. Samantha PR says, I've been married 14 years, but curious about my future in TM. What do you mean you've been married 14 years, Samantha? I don't think you ever told me you've been married 14 years. Okay, Atlanta, I see you. Okay, Venetia, I see you. Tiffany, I see you. I'm going to get to your second questions. Thanks, guys. Make sure you're putting in the notes in PayPal if you can remember. This is for the second question. Love, I've been married 14 years. Samantha, when have you been married 14 years? I thought you and so were divorced. Y'all just be coming out with new stuff sometimes. I had a client I've been reading for years. She told me she had a twin. I said, I know damn well. Okay. Anyway, I've been married 14 years, but curious about my future in TM from Adina on Samantha. Oh, it's from Adina. Okay. I was like, I know Samantha ain't been married. I've been reading for her for 14 years. Okay. This is Adina. She said she's been married 14 years, but curious about her future and about my future in TM. TM, this is for Adina on Samantha's account. So TM is interesting, very, very sensual, very sexual energy. TM is there to break up your marriage, Adina. You need to work on the marriage. Either you leave. This is for Adina, and I feel she is watching in real time. And thank you, Samantha, for bringing in a friend. I appreciate that. Adina, here's the deal. TM is nothing but bad karma in a good-looking suit with a nice little, okay? That's what that is. So you're being tested right now, Dina. So if you're done with your marriage, and I feel like it's a very difficult thing to get out of for a variety of reasons. I feel like there's maybe property and children involved, maybe businesses involved. I see it's a lot going on. Maybe he's ill or something like that. But you got to make that a clean situation, because if not, messing around with this guy, you're going to create a lot of bad karma for yourself and your bloodline. Okay, so, and especially if he kind of got that devil where he's really good in the bedroom. That's a test, not because he's that, but also because he's that. That's a test, okay, Adina. So you gotta move on, okay. Atlanta, you paid twice. We're moving on to Atlanta. Hey, Zai, yes, I paid twice. Will I relocate to Florida soon? Where would it be? Okay, I'm hearing Boston, the Bronx, and Bangkok. Why am I hearing that? Hold on, let me clear for a second. It might be. Atlanta says, will you relocate out of Florida? Okay, I see you. I see you guys. Your second questions, guys. I'm coming to it. Will I relocate out of Florida soon? Where would it be? Alana, I don't know if you're thinking about moving out of the country, but I'm hearing that before the end of the year, you move to Boston and then you move again overseas somewhere to Asia. I'm getting Bangladesh and Bangkok. Bangladesh is in India, Bangkok's in Thailand. So Atlanta, it looks like you're just going to be moving. You do relocate. I don't know what's in Boston. I don't know if it's a family member, a temporary job, and then you relocate again overseas. You relocate again overseas. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see, Samantha. Thank you. Okay, so let me go to Tiffany's second question. Got it. And then Venetia's second question. I'm going to Venetia's second question. Pay for another question. What is the deal with Kristen? Okay. I wish you would have told me your situation with Kristen a little bit. Do you work with Kristen, Venetia? Well, I mean, regardless of whether you work with her or she's a family member or somebody connected to you, seems like a family, somehow family related or work related or both. So Kristen is not feeling well. She may have an illness that she just discovered and she doesn't want to talk about it. I'm getting that there's an illness. If it's not her, it's someone close to her that she has to be responsible for. And I'm also hearing that she's a little bit jealous of you, Venetia. I don't know if it feels like she's just jealous. I know you got engaged recently. I don't know if you guys went ahead with the marriage yet. I forget the dates and everything, but it feels like she's just jealous. Like Venetia, you have a very high vibe. You're very loving. I always feel really good when I get off the phone calls with Venetia because her vibration is so high. She brings my vibration up even higher. And so what I'm getting, Venetia, she's just kind of jealous of just your being, of just who you are. But she knows she has no reason to be, so she's trying to be nice. But you're feeling like, what's this energy? Like, why are you being weird with me? And so I think you guys will have a heart to heart around Christmas. But just keep going. Wish her well. Put her in your praise, but keep your distance because there is jealousy there. And some other private things she's got going that she's just not talking about just yet. You guys can go ahead and add in more questions if you want. Let me go back. Am I on Instagram still? Hi, guys, over on Instagram world. Come over to YouTube and let me answer your questions and bring your friends with you. I'm on YouTube on Psychic Zaya answering questions live. Zakia, did you make it? Okay, Tiffany's question number 2. Tiffany's question, girl, got it. No, damn, he was everything, girl. Yeah, Creative University. I got it, Samantha. Thank you for that. I'm up for a promotion. Oh, Elsa, she is up for a promotion. Wonderful. Okay, got it, Samantha. I saw that. I answered Adina's question. There will be a replay on this, guys. Tiffany, question number 2. Will I have a relationship with DJL? He's been around since I was pregnant with my first child. See, Tiffany, that's why you was laughing. I knew. I don't want y'all to see my messy ass kitchen bedroom. Tiffany. All right now. See, Tiffany. Tiffany playing around, Tiff. You playing, Tiffany. Okay, well, I have a relationship with DJL. He's been around since I was pregnant with my first child. Tiffany, I'm concerned. Will you have a relationship? Okay, let me answer your actual question here. No, it just seems like you're welcome, Atlanta. It just seems like you and this DJL person never get it together. Like it's like, when you're ready to make that move, he's not, and vice versa. So I just see that the timing just never really lines up with you and this DJL person, Tiff. My concern is that you're going to be in a situation with him and in a relationship with your current child's father, and end up with a pregnancy, and all hell's gonna break loose. Okay, and then part of me feels like you're like, well, if it's his child, that because you want to be connected to DJL. You guys have a deep soul connection, but he has some trauma there. I see you, Jay Gardner. Thank you, my darling. Come on over. He has some trauma there that will not allow him to commit, Tiff. And I think you know that because I feel like you've known him for a really long time. He's told you some things. I'm also concerned, Tiff, that DJL has some sort of addiction, coping mechanism that's very unhealthy and suffers from depression. So overall, Tiff, you shouldn't be with DJL. He's not in his north node. He's not in his healthy state. And I don't see where he might get that way anyway. Okay, Fuel Fitness, you got to tell me who you are. Okay. Protect Your Heart Creative University. That's going to be a bit of a chaotic ride. If it ends, it ends, but protect your heart. Protect your heart. All right, guys, come on in. Drop your questions. I see Fuel Fitness. Okay, she's your coworker, Venetia. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for that. And I see Jay Gardner. So come on in. If you're on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. Psychic Zaya. Hey, I'm answering questions for $25 each. Come on in. I am no longer dancing with Meta. We have had our time together, but our relationship is over. So, okay. You're welcome, Venetia. Happy. You're welcome, Atlanta. Let me drink. I'll be getting all in it. So while we're waiting for the next questions, so some things are going on in the cosmos. You guys know I'm tapped into astrology. I'll talk to both pages at this time. So we have Neptune going into Aries at the end of the month. I'm going to be honest with you guys. 2025 is going to be a bitch. What thing 1 and 2 is just here to usher in the craziness. Okay. So I'm going to go live and do like, what can your sign expect with Neptune going? Neptune doesn't change signs for a very, very, Tiffany, you think Tiffany's funny. Okay, that's fine, Venetia. Just let me know it's a third question. That's fine. Neptune and Aries is no joke. Neptune and Aries is no joke. So when we've had Neptune and Aries before, we've had a lot of problems. And then you got Pluto, in Aquarius. So I'm going to go live probably on that day and just do like run tarot readings via the horoscopes and talk about it a little bit more. But I really do want to, I'm going to start releasing small money rituals. I really do want to stress to everyone to really, when it comes to your finances and your mental health and your emotional well-being, do everything you can to keep those things high. So, play a lot of dope meditations, like play money meditations, abundance meditations, return evil eye meditations all the time. Thank you, Tiffany, for that confirmation. Make sure that you're watching your spending. If you're doing big investments this year, be very clear that if you lose your job or things just go crazy, that you'll still somehow be able to maintain that. Shane, I just got your first payment, my darling. Come on in. Okay, Venetia, I got your payment. Come on in. I got Jay Gardner and Fuel Fitness. Come on in with your questions. Your child's father is very nice, Tiff. I like him a lot, but you got to get this other guy out of your energy. Tiffany, you got to get this other guy out of your energy. So, you guys, I don't want you to be blindsided. Okay, pay for the third. Come on in, Venetia. Got you. PayPal didn't allow me to leave a note. Okay, how does my career look, Venetia? Okay, no problem, Venetia. And guys, normally if you guys talk about your career, please put down what the career is. Okay, Venetia, I've been reading for years, so I'm very familiar with her. Most of you guys are my clients, or at least people that have been hanging out with me online. If you're over on Instagram, come over to Psychic Zaya on YouTube so I can answer your question live for $25. And if you have a friend, then you can submit the question. You can do the payment and then submit for your friend over here on YouTube. The PayPal link is over here. Okay. Okay, PayPal spirit message. Okay. Oh, hey, Shanae. Okay, I'll look out for it. So let's go to Venetia. Venetia, I just saw a huge opportunity coming in for you. Monique Bellamy, I see you. Come on in with your question. I know the one-to-ones. I do miss the one-to-ones. I don't miss how exhausted I am. You guys are all been like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. You look so bright. You're glowing. What are you doing? I'm like, I am not exhausting my energy, but I do miss the one-to-ones because it's just a lot of freedom in a different way. But Venetia, here's the deal. I see you getting offered. I don't know if you take it because it takes you away from home a lot. I see you getting offered a position to run something medical for the tri-state, run maybe a tri-state hospital or college. It's huge, girl, or run something, but it's like tri-state. I mean, we're talking about $300,000-$400,000. But my issue is, I know you're about to get married soon. This job has you on the road 50 hours, 60 hours a week, V. So you'll have to make a big decision. But otherwise, now your situation always looks good. I do think you move to Florida in about 5 years. Just a job you can't resist if you don't take on this other position. Okay, thank you, Venetia. Okay, the Zooms. I'm gonna do the Zooms. Okay, Shanae, I got you. Go ahead and drop your question. Oh, thank you, everybody. Okay, Shanae, you want a spirit message? Okay, let's talk about Shanae. Shanae wants a spirit message. When I ring this bell, it's just because I'm reading you guys back to back. Sorry for the noise. So I'm just making sure that I'm moving to the next person's energy. A lot of times when we're on the phone, there's a lot of things I do after we get on the call, before we get on the call, and during the call to maintain my energy. I got a lot of little secret things I do in the back end. You'd be like, she's so good at what she do, but I be back there working. I'll be back there working for y'all. Okay, let's go. But I do enjoy these. I like going live. It's fun. It's fun. I like it. Get to put on a little bit of makeup and dress up and wear a very fucking bullshit bra. I want to get a breast reduction. Hold on, I'm just trying to get this incense together. What the spirit, Monique Bellamy? I see you, my darling. When you guys put your question in when you put your question in, Valerie Sampler, come on in. Monique Bellamy, come on in, and Tiffany, come on in. I think with your third or fourth question. Shane, did I get your question yet? Okay, there it is. So Shanae, what do we want for? Shanae, for some reason they're saying there's something going on with your mental health and your appetite. And Shanae, you know, I know you're a workout queen, but I haven't seen your content in a long time. I haven't seen you in a long time. I definitely haven't spoken to you in a long time. So Shanae, if that resonates, like if you're feeling like your appetite might be too low, or if you're just feeling off with your appetite, one, I'm hearing that you do need to do a parasite and a colon cleanse. And two, I'm hearing that your mental health right now is just feels like, I don't know if it's just a lot of stress or if you're just having a lot of thoughts. Also, Shanae, you should light a return to sender candle. I'm feeling like there might be someone throwing you some evil eye, maybe somebody that was in a competitive space with you, maybe an ex-lover, maybe both. But Shanae, I'm definitely seeing that somebody's throwing some evil eye towards you, not where they're trying to hurt you, but like they're mad at you for some reason. So I feel like if you do feel like you're not getting your sleep, your mental health is not clear, Shanae, you're feeling foggy, then get a return to sender candle and send that at, okay? Okay, yeah, paid. JG, you paid first. Jade. Oh yeah, Jade Gardner. Okay, okay, Jade, I got you. So Jade Gardner. Okay, so Jade. Okay, Valerie. Okay, so we got Jade, Valerie. Okay, Valerie, just put your question in, my darling. Okay, so Valerie wants it. So Jade, Valerie. I'm just writing this down. Okay. Okay. Shane C. First question. Okay. Okay. Shanae, I just sent you. Okay. So here we go. Jade says, I just feel like I need a message from spirit. Lakaya, I see you, baby. Come on in. Jade Gardner, your ancestors have been trying to reach you in your dreams, your spirit team, and you're missing the messages. There's something they're trying to tell you about I guess some life events that are happening, Jade, and you're not getting the messages. You've got to clear it. You got to start to get better messages in your dreams. So Jade, one thing I want you to do is when you go to bed, don't like watch TV. You can read like a really boring book or something, but don't watch TV. Don't bring in anything that's going to move your mind out. Two, I want you to drink more water before you go to sleep. This is for Jade Gardner, so you can catch these ancestor messages. I want you to sage your room, sage your pillow, and I want you to sleep with a piece of either selenite crystal or angelite crystal, Jade, okay? These messages, and tell them to come in clear, but tell them to come in at the best time for you. So like my spirit team, I mean, now they just come when I'm awake, but like I used to be like, oh, if you're going to give me a message as I'm sleeping, give it to me as I'm waking up or as I'm going to sleep. I didn't want to be fully asleep. Okay. So that's for Jade, but they also been sending you angel numbers, Jade. So you may have been seeing like a lot of 555, 222, 1111. Jade, they're sending you angel numbers. Look up those angel numbers. When you see those numbers, those repeating numbers, or even like a 1, 2, 3, 4, go online and Google up what does that mean. And I want you to keep a sleep journal, Jade, a dream journal. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's clarify what L. Bean said. Will I voluntarily leave the district after being promoted, or will my job be cut? Just trying to get some clarity. Lynn, that's what I was trying to say. It's not really clear. It's something real funky. It feels like you leave, Lynn, to be honest. It's real funky the way it goes down. And it's not like your job specifically. It's because of something that's happening district-wide or statewide or countrywide, Lynn. So that's what I'm saying. It could go either way. It could go either way. So what I want you to do this year is just be mindful of your money. Make sure you keep your contacts nice and juicy. And if I were you, Lynn Arabia, I would constantly be sort of interviewing or just having connections and relationships with the people who can get you more money, okay? Because something real funky happens in that whole state. Okay, Shane, we're going for your first question. Thank you. Okay, Shanae, thank you. Da, 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 da. Okay, so Shane, we're going for your first question. Did I miss Valerie? Okay, so Valerie, so Jade, we just did. Okay. If I miss you guys, let me know. Shane, your first question. Shane first. We did her first. Hey, Zai, first question. My friend TH just blocked me and not sure why. I really liked him. Is there something I should know about him? I'm sorry to hear that. So one thing I will say, Shane, is that TH definitely seems to be in a relationship. And even though you might just consider him a friend, or maybe you do have romantic interest, he's got a real jealous ass girlfriend or something. I mean, this woman looks like she's a straight up bruja, like a witch. She might be Latino, not trying to be funny, but people from the Caribbean, in Africa, I mean, and we playing about their witchcraft, child. Even out here in Mexico, child. Anyway, so Shane, that's fine. Let him block you. That might have been his girlfriend. Just move on. That situation feels real crazy. That whoever he is with is out to lunch. That was your ancestors looking out for you. Don't even respond back, because whoever he's with is local as hell. Okay. Tiff is on her third question. Valerie, you want a spirit message? Okay. And I'm waiting for Lakaya. Okay, I see Kaya P. Okay. And we got Monique is coming up next. Okay. Tiff, third question. When will I have a relationship with my child's father? Okay, Tiffany, you got a lot going on, Tiff. I wish I was still doing phone readings just for you, Tiff, because I could go deeper. Will you have a relationship with your child's father? I just do that to make sure I'm getting deeper into y'all energy, the person I'm focusing on. Tiffany, this is you. Tiffany, so to answer your question, you could, Tiffany, but it's you. You kind of want to have your cake, you want to eat it too. You're trying to choose between these men and looking out the front door. Tiffany, you got to sit with yourself and ask yourself, do you really want a relationship? Or are you happy co-parenting and having, babies of your choice? But it's available, but I also feel like he's maybe involved with someone, the child's father. It feels like he's involved. Maybe he's always been involved. Everybody has different ways that they connect romantically. I'm not here to judge anyone, but it does feel like there's someone else in the way there as well as you, Tiffany, not being clear on what you want. So Tiffany, there is a book called Attached. I'm sure you've seen me write this 1,000 times, Tiffany, but I'm gonna write it again. Attached, the new science of adult. I got the question like adult attachment. I got it, kind of messed up by Amir. I got the title not quite right, but Tiffany, you need to understand your attachment style. There's something in there with you, Tiffany, that doesn't allow you to connect. Okay, so here's what you have going on, Tiff. You're not being vulnerable. You're not connecting. You're not really trusting someone to hold your heart. It feels like a partially from maybe the dynamic that you had with a parent, and also maybe a heartbreak that you may have suffered very young, or some sort of tragic situation that happened to you, when you were younger, maybe in your 20s. So Tiffany, your heart's not open. You want to be a mom. You do want to be in a relationship, but your heart and your energy is pushing it away. You're on the fence a lot. Okay, Tiff? So that was for you, my darling. Okay, that was for you. Okay, so that was Tiff. Okay, so Monique, we're going into your question 1. Okay, and then Valerie, you want a spirit message. Okay, Shanae. Yeah, that could be that. Monique, what is up with the ex? The ex is dating someone else, Monique. Well, they're dating a lot of people. They're still very interested in you, Monique. It seems like the intimacy was very good between the two of you, and they would always jump back for that. But from what I'm seeing, you've kind of grown past that ex, Monique. There's parts of you that have grown past the person that the ex met. The Monique version is not the same version as you are today. So you've grown past that. But somebody else is coming soon, Monique. So keep going forward, okay? But they're dating. They don't really want more than they wanted before, but I would not be surprised if your ex pops up married in less than 12 months. Lakaya, I see you. I don't know if you dropped your question. Okay. So let's go to Valerie's spirit message. Okay, I see Kaya. Okay. So we're going to Valerie's spirit message. Valerie, you're moving into a new career. Valerie, you have a lot of Shane, if you send me another question, just make sure you say it's payment 2 if you can in the notes. Valerie, you're moving into a new career, my darling. You're going into a whole different field. I don't know what field you're in now, but it feels like you're moving more into a spiritual career. I want to say here that a lot of people who never thought they'd be like, you can I didn't predict 15 years ago I would have been a psychic. I worked in fashion. I was in entertainment. So you just never know. But Valerie, you're headed for a very new career, and it's going to be a big abrupt change for you in the next 6 to 8 months. The change, it comes in around the career. It's very disruptive at first, Valerie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to say, oh, you're gonna lose your job or anything like that. But Valerie, you are going to have a big career disruption between 6 to 8 months, at max 15 months. But it's going to be guiding you in a different way. And I do believe, Valerie, that you are meant to be a professional light worker, a professional healer, something within the metaphysical space, Valerie. So if this is even resonating a little bit, or if you have, ancestors or people in your bloodline who've done spiritual work of some sort, whether they're more traditional pastors and popes or tarot readers or medicine people, herbalists, or whatever. But Valerie, you're headed for a very different career. So that's what Spirit wants you to know. Valerie, I would love for you to start opening up your third eye, okay? I'd like for you to start opening up your third eye. So you can get my Psychic Development Toolkit from bookside.com, or you can just start listening to third eye opening meditations at night while you sleep. Hi, Kaya. Okay, so I finally got down to, okay. Okay, so Kaya P says, we're moving over to Kaya's message. And again, guys, I'll have this up as a replay. So if you're kind of just half hearing your message or you're stepping in and out, then know that. If you're over on Instagram, all right, Crystal Mac, come on in. If you're over on Instagram, join me over on Psychic Zaya over on YouTube so that I can answer your questions, okay? I just felt some energy from my neighbor. Anyway. I forgot when I'm putting out my my things, my name, like anybody can find me. I always forget about that. It's like, whatever. I miss the anonymity of being anonymous and being from New York. Like, I miss that. Anyway, let's see what Kaya says. Kaya says, you guys throw me some hearts over on YouTube. Make sure you can hear me, okay? If you're over here on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, Psychic Zaya. Come on over so I can answer your question. $25. The PayPal link is there. Zakia, did you ever make it, my darling? I don't think I see you on here. Kaya says, should I still pursue getting my nursing degree? I've been struggling financially. So Kaya, there's a few things. Lakaya is a client of mine. I've read for her for a long time now. Still continue to nursing, because there's going to be such a need for nurses in these next 5 to 10 years that you'll be able to write your own salary, Kaya. So continue nursing. But what I'm hearing is, if you are in a space where like maybe you need to take a semester off or only take one class and then work full time, do that, or work 2 jobs, okay? But if it's like you're trying to go full time and you're working part time, I don't know if you were able to move out of your mom's house or what your situation is now. But then that's what you do, alternate. So you may just have to, so if the nursing degree normally would take 4 years, it might take you 5 or 6 years. The other thing, Kai, you might want to do is if you can take out a loan to cover your living expenses, that would help. Maybe at least cover your gas, your car, and rent and food. That would help. It'd be worth it, because once you get that nursing degree, you'll never be out of work. I mean, you'll never be out of work, okay? Okay. Okay, Shane, go ahead and drop your second question. Crystal Mack, come on in. Samantha Johnson, come on in. So we got Lakaya who did hers. Shane, go ahead and drop your second question. Yeah, normally when I be doing a live, y'all know I was drinking Red Bull and stuff. I got my Red Bull is closed. I don't even need it. So even though I do miss the phone readings, I miss connecting with you guys. I did a lot of talking for 8 years. You know how hard it is to go from talking that much and not talking at all? I'd be in this house talking to myself. I'm like, I have officially jumped the crazy part of life. Oh, there's a question. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Okay, that was on me. Yeah, Kai, I just answered your question. Okay, Shane, too. Your second question is, Valerie, you're in education. Oh, that's good for you, Valerie. Anytime anybody's in education, they do well whenever they cross over. Yeah, so Valerie, you probably end up being a spiritual teacher. Valerie, let me know if the spiritual moving into a, oh my God, Valerie says she's thinking about hypnotherapy. Yeah, go for it, Val. Okay, Zakia, you're there. Thank you, my darling. Go for it. Zakia, can you drop the PayPal link for me? Go for it, Valerie. You would do very well. You would do very well. Very well, Valerie. Just go for it on the side. You don't have to quit your career now, but So what I'm getting between Valerie's question and Larabia's question, Trump in thing 2 is about to do something really weird with the education system, where a lot of people are going to walk from either the public, private, or the education. Something weird he's about to do with the school system. Really, really weird. That's okay, Sean. That's Shane. That's fine. Go ahead and Crystal Matt. Go ahead and drop your question. Okay, Tiff. Okay, that's fine. Kai, I just answered your question. Shane, we're going into spirit message for you. I'm keeping track. This is your second question. Okay. So Shane, you're getting better. So Spirit is saying you're getting much better with your boundaries. You are growing. You're respecting yourself a lot more, and I mean that in the best way. Shane is a client of mine. She's young. Tiffany, I see you. Go ahead and drop another one. But Shane, I am getting. You've got to speak up more for yourself. You've got to speak up more for yourself. You've got to stand in your power a little bit more. Some of that will come with growth. We're getting a little bit older. There's a book called Be Okay with Being Disliked. I think that's a book, something like that. Find a book on setting boundaries, Shane. That's what Spirit wants you to work on this in 2025. Shane, if you can get your boundaries really tight, baby, you'll be unstoppable. Okay. So that's what, and let me tell you something. I used to be a people pleaser. I still have sometimes people pleasing tendencies because it's a hard thing to get out of. There's a lot of reasons why that happened to me, mostly from childhood neglect and abuse, because people pleasing a lot of times is a form of, survival, right? Because the caretakers are crazy. So you got to just do whatever to hopefully not get hurt. It's also a form of controlling, so that when you please people, so that they don't abandon you because you're not doing what they want you to do. So you're so afraid of abandonment, at least for my issue. So that's a lot of the crux of people pleasing. Okay. Go ahead, Crystal. Go ahead and drop your question. Okay. Samantha R. Samantha PR. This is for you, right? Okay, great. Okay. Love, planning to travel a couple of times this month with JL. Do you still see a deal breaker for us with kids? So Samantha, I'm so glad you actually came back, because some more came down for you from Spirit after last week's session. This is for Samantha PR. So one of the things that I got, Samantha, with you and JL, because you said you feel like this is your person, and I definitely see a strong soulmate connection. Remember what I said about JL, besides the kids thing being an issue, was that he had a lot of inner child healing. And I've read for you for a long time, and we've talked about your childhood, Samantha. I'm gonna leave it at that. And so, Samantha, what you two are reflecting, both the healed and the wounded parts of yourselves. This is why you and JL have this like huge magnetic situation, because you're both reflecting to each other where your wounds are and where your healing has taken place. Okay. So both of you have opened up your heart to someone, but because there's a shared background in childhood trauma that's still not addressed, this is the big crux of it. And I'm going to say this is still connected to this future children. So what I wanted to say with JL for you, Samantha, is that he's a soulmate, but he could become, or you guys could become karmic soulmates. So soulmates normally can get along, get married, have kids, but then sometimes people become karmic. Like we'll have a twin flame, they'll become karmic, meaning like they won't do what they need to do to step up in the relationship. So you guys could become karmic soulmates. That is, both of those lanes are available to you. So the deal, what I see the problem is that both of you may not be willing to address that childhood trauma. So no matter about all this other things, you may be like, okay, I'll turn around and have a kid to keep the relationship going. But if that childhood trauma is not addressed, that child will bring it to the table. He wants children, Samantha. He's not going to change about that. And that's the other thing that's interesting to me, is that both of you are hoping the other person will change their mind. And changing your mind about a child is not something you want to play with in a relationship. So Samantha, if you really don't want any, and I understand you've put the work in and you're still putting the work in with your son, then you may have to walk away from this situation with him. But that's something he really, really wants. Okay. So Shane, I gave you a spirit message. All right. So Tiffany, we're going on to question number 4. As soon as you guys pay, just go ahead and drop your question and just put the name that you paid under on PayPal. Okay, thank you, Zakia. Give me the name of the book if you can. Okay. Samantha, you sent in a second one? Oh, no, I see. It's just the first one. Okay. Tiffany, question 4. Thank you, Tiffany. I'm currently a social worker at a nursing home. I recently got a job offer. Wonderful, Tiffany, because we talked about that job last week. Got a job offer as an admissions specialist in a behavioral health facility. Oh, all right. So here's the deal, Tiffany. And I don't think I've read for you on the phone. Have I, Tiff? I feel like I haven't. You got to get out of these institutions where there's just sadness and pain. We talked about you being an empath. You can't be around these sad institutions, behavioral health. I mean, is that a psych ward? I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm trying to be a little bit PC. I'm not a very PC person. I know a lot of words because I'm highly intelligent, but I'm fucking not a PC person. Anyway, if it's a psych ward, Tiffany, do not take that job. If it's something like a psych ward, do not take that job. If it's dealing with people who have tremendous PTSD, basically, if people have serious mental health issues, you cannot be in facilities like that, Tiffany, especially because you just had your baby. You're a walking open portal. That womb that is still open. Babies move us higher to the spirit realm. Move us higher to the spirit realm, you know. So no, Tiffany, the job is fine, but not that environment. If that environment is what I described, don't take that. You got to get out of those environments. Okay, Crystal Mack. Okay. Crystal, did you pay for 3 readings, Mama? Because it's only $25 per question. Tiffany, send me one question. I mean, not Tiffany. I'm sorry, Crystal. Crystal, send me one question, my darling, or you can send me an additional 225, so an additional 50. But tell me what question you really want me to answer, okay? Samantha, you put a second question. I saw the question about planning to travel with DL. Samantha, let's see, one. Samantha, I see one. I know you paid earlier. So Samantha, you're saying you paid 3 times, one for your friend? Oh, you said the Cash App, right, for your friend. Samantha, I see. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Zakia. Everybody get that book, The Courage to Be Disliked. Zakia, I don't feel like you needed that book. You don't give a fuck. Or maybe with your family, Zakia. Maybe you're like a softie for your family. But I feel like in the streets, you don't care. Or maybe that's how you got there. Where you like, I don't care if people don't like me. The courage to be disliked. Samantha, I'm only seeing. I saw one Cash App, and then I saw one PayPal, Samantha. If you're on IG, hello. I don't even know if IG's still going. If you're on IG, come over to YouTube. IG, throw me some hearts. Y'all still there? Oh, has a different take on trauma. Oh, okay. Thank you, Z. Thank you so much. Okay, book. Oh, I need that. Thank you. Because I've gotten better. I mean, that was what allowed me to hang up the phone too. I had to put myself first. I had to put myself first, Lucius. Okay. All right. Crystal Mack, you asked 3 questions, but you paid for one, my darling. So I want to be, since we have space, tell me which of the 3 questions you want me to answer. I'm checking. If you guys have other questions, you can submit another one. It's fine. Yes, Smith, I'm only seeing one. I'm getting all of Tiffany's payments. I wonder if this, okay, still live. Instagram, you still live? Okay, Lakaya, did you put another question in? Oh, I answered it? Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Vaughn. Come on down. Yvonne, I got your reading on deck too. I'm going to take care of it tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, Samantha, okay. Samantha, but you see what I'm saying, right? Okay, so Lakai, you want a spirit message? Great, 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 great. Okay, let's go. So Lakai, Lakai. So Kaya, I want you to start working on your nervous system, right? She's someone I read for. Kaya, are you still living with your mom? Can you answer that question for me? It feels like yes and no. So I feel like you're there sometimes, but not. I can't quite catch it. Your nervous system and your mental health is really sensitive at this time. You're still living with your mom. Okay. Okay. So we talked about you being sensitive to your mom and her situation, right? So what's happening is now you've been living with her because when I first started reading for you, you had just moved back home. So I think it's been a solid 2+ years. So like her situation and where she's at emotionally, Tiffany, don't go to that job. It is a psych ward. I knew it was a psych ward. I felt it in my soul. Tiffany, you can't go to that job. Just keep looking for another job. You got a sweet energy. You'll go. Your ancestors want you. That baby that you just had, she has strong bloodlines on both sides. So they're going to get you to a better place. Don't go to a psych ward. Kaya, here's the deal. Your mother's situation is now rubbing off on you. 2 years in, you're taking the brunt of her emotional stuff. So Kaya, you're going to have to push up your meditation practices, grounding your energy, sitting in nature. But Kaya, it might be worth it for you to, like, when we talked about this before, just maybe take one nursing class or take a semester or maybe a year off, right? I see where your question was going. I don't want you to quit. So I'd like for you to take one class, but you need to get out of that house. So you're going to have to move and get a room or something. Yes, because it's your mom, and also you have a heavy work, you have a heavy load with work and with school. I don't know if you're still working at Amazon or Pepsi or wherever it was that you were working, but it's that situation with your mom, babe. You're soaking in it. You're soaking in it. Even if you're just leaving and going in and out the door, the fact that you have to sleep there every night, you're in the same sharing the same bathroom and kitchen, you're soaking in it. If I lived there, I'd be either super 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 obese or dead or sick. I couldn't do that. You can't do that. So if that means you have to put school on hold for a little bit, then do so. I saw somebody called 868 from AGM Marketing. Go ahead and drop your question. So Kaya, in the meantime, grab your crystals, grab your incense, grab your bells, and constantly stay clearing your energy. But it's your mom, and it's just gone on too long. Okay, Kaya. So you're gonna have to make a tough decision, which might mean you may have to put school on hold for a year, work, get your place, get yourself set up, and get a really cheap but good place. Okay. All right, Vonnie. What name did you put it under? Okay, Yvonne, I see it. Yvonne wants a spirit message. And then Venetia, I see you. And I don't know who 868 Marketing is. Okay, the Bloxy Friends. What name did you pay under? Okay, I see you, Venetia. Okay, so let's go into Yvonne's. Yvonne wants a spirit message. Yvonne, I got immediately Yvonne, I know you're a pharmacist. I don't know if you touch chemicals or if there's a part of your job that's physically dangerous if like something spills or splashes on you. But I'm heard be very careful over these next few weeks with anything like at work at touching chemicals. I'm also hearing be very mindful of anything, any dosages to give out. Like dot your I's and cross your T's, Yvonne, because there's something weird with work. I see either like a chemical spill or some sort of injury at work happening to you if you're not careful. And also I'm seeing something going wrong with a script that's written out. I don't know if you're the manager or somehow you're connected to it. It feels like a junior person wrote it out wrong. You approved it, and then that causes a big issue at work, maybe even somebody getting sued. So be very thorough at work over these next current months, Yvonne. Cover your ass and check over all, especially if you manage a team, check over them over and over again, okay? Okay. Okay. Okay, Bloxy Friends, I see you. Okay, great. Thank you. I see your question. Okay, let's go over to Venetia. Fourth question, just send a payment. I'm always seeing cardinals and any ancestor messages. Oh, cardinals are really good. Whenever you see a cardinal, Venetia, write down anything else you see that there are any thoughts that are coming to you. I'm not doing ancestor. Well, the thing is, I'm always channeling from your ancestors and your higher self, but I'm not doing any ancestor messages at this time. Okay, it's more when I say spirit, that could be coming from your ancestors, it could be coming from your angel, it could be coming from your higher self, it could just be a download. Okay, but I will say that, you know, Venetia, your gifts are opening just like everyone's at this time. So if your cardinals are very powerful, that normally means that you have higher, like you've moved up a level spiritually. So Venetia, if you've been feeling more psychic or having more psychic dreams or just been more in tune where things are just going your way, I'm also hearing, Venetia, that job that I saw, that really big promotion that may come up that I just saw, is something to do with those cardinals. It's like lifting you to higher grounds, putting you, like red is a color where people notice you. So it's like you're about to be in a space where you take flight and people notice you a lot when it comes to your work, which is probably why, Venetia, you're getting a little bit of hate from that woman. Okay, she might be feeling that energetically. Okay. Okay, the Bloxy, let's go for it. The Bloxy Friends 868. When do you see the job at Southern Med coming in? I've been seeking employment. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Good, Venetia, make sure you're looking up those angel numbers. Okay, so Bloxy 868 marketing, let's get into it. You're welcome, Venetia. Always a pleasure. I'm tuning into you, Bloxy. If you're over on Instagram, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube and get your question answered. I don't even know if you guys are still there. Some of y'all just probably hanging out looking. Okay, so Bloxy. I can try, Yvonne. Sure, go ahead. Sure. Okay, Bloxy, got you. So Bloxy, here's the deal with the Southern Med thing. So when I'm asking Spirit, is it coming? I got a yes, but I got a soft yes. When I get a soft yes, that tells me there's something you need to know. So the problem I'm seeing, Bloxy, with this job coming in, and it feels like it's coming in. So what I'm seeing Southern with Bloxy with that job is that it comes in, but it doesn't give you the pay that you wanted. And it feels like something comes together in September, but I don't think it's Southern Med. Southern Med comes in, what are we in, March now? You hear something by the end of March, but it feels like they're telling you, please just hold on. They're rearranging their financial stuff. And then when they come to you with an offer, which could be sometime between April and May, this is what Bloxy Friends for Southern Med, if the money seems ridiculously low. So if I were you, I would keep looking, Bloxy Friends. Okay, keep looking. I do see you getting something pretty solid in September, but it might be this in another position with these people, or maybe you go back and negotiate your salary, but the money is just really funny. I'm also concerned, Bloxy Friends, that Southern Med is actually in the process of being sold or being, I guess, being bought or sold. And if you've been finding that there's just delays and you're not sure why, that could be it, where they may be having a quiet private freeze on new hires until they're sold through. So Blocks, I'm going to tell you to keep looking, my darling. Okay. Okay. Anicia. That's Anicia. That's beautiful. Okay. 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 So Crystal says the first question. Thank you, Crystal. Will you get into the organization you want to join? Let me see if I can go back to Crystal's. Okay. Crystal, will you get into the organization you want to join? Crystal, I got a yes and no. I feel like I've read for you, Crystal, right? Your name is familiar. You get in. You get in, but it's not a chapter you want. I don't know if this organization has chapters. I feel like we've talked about this before. I'm blessed with many clients, so I'm amazed at what I can remember. Crystal, I feel like you do get in, but it's not the chapter or division that you want. Does that make sense, Crystal? I hope that makes sense. You get in, and the other thing, Crystal, is if it's not the chapter division that you want, I don't know if you're going to like that division or chapter. It just feels weird. It feels like the people in that other division, it feels like whatever this organization you're trying to get into, you're getting into give network with certain groups of people. And if you go into another chapter or division or another state or zip code or whatever, it's not the way it wants. Now I'm also hearing, Crystal, were you the one that sent me a question last week about the CIA? Okay, Jade, I see you with the second question come in. Crystal, is this regarding the like a CIA position? Was that you from last week? If not, ignore it and just hold and keep with the rest of what I said, okay? Okay, Tiffany, you sent in another one. That's fine. Thank you, my darling. Jade, I see you sent in another one. Vonnie, you sent, yeah, you can pay, you can go ahead and send in another question, Vonnie. I think I answered that one. Okay, Tiffany, I saw you sent in another one. Jade, you sent in another one. Yes, Tiffany, you do finish your doctorate. That's congratulations on that. You get new inspiration, Tiffany, in the fall. There's something that happens this summer. Either something on the global scale, like with the community that you're writing your doctorate on, but something happens. It feels like it's something that comes into the national news, Tiffany, and then that spurs you. You might even completely change it up a little bit, your dissertation. Like you might put a whole new focus on it. And continue that, finish that, finish that doctorate, finish that dissertation, because you actually get published. Tiffany, you actually get published. You get published. Your thing gets published, girl. You get in somebody's library. You get a publishing deal with that. It's huge. It's something. And so just chill, take a time, just write down different ideas, meditate, let ideas come to you. Don't stress about it. It's not that you're stuck, is that the angels kind of have you on hold. They have you on hold until whatever this thing that is supposed to happen around this summer, early fall. Okay, Tiffany, and then you won't ever stop being able to write. Okay, Yvonne, I got your second payment. Okay. Okay. Yvonne. Okay, so you see, hey, Jasmine. Oh my God. Y'all say hi to Black Digital Nomad. That's my girl, Jazz. Jazz, we need to get on the phone, on the WhatsApp. I forget if you're a phone person. I feel like you're not really, but I do want to catch up with you. Hi, beautiful. What's going on? Oh, so glad to see you. Vonnie. Okay, yeah, Vaughn, let's go into that. What is actually going on with this current job? I'm feeling some sadness going on with the job, but I'm not able to put my finger on why it's making me uncomfortable. Okay, Vaughn, let's go deeper. Yes, Jazz. What's that mean? We haven't spoken in a while. You feel good. Your energy feels good. It feels like some changes, but your energy feels good, Jazz. Okay, Vaughn, let's go deeper for you. Yvonne, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember I think you were like at a management level. It feels like somebody's trying to come for your job or your title. I almost feel like it's like something from the top, but also like a junior person, like where they want to move you out the way, but they really have no reason to move you out your way, which is why I felt it was weird about this thing with this, like where I saw where something was written, a script. I'm going to say a script, but it could be anything. And you had to sign off on it, but it was written by someone else and it was wrong and you got in trouble for it. And so connecting that with this question, which is, it feels like they're trying, Yvonne, it feels like they're trying to set you up to get rid of you. And my concern is that I think you have to be licensed to do what you do, correct? Right? You have to be a licensed pharmacist. So it feels like this might even be trying to target your license. Is someone at the top who has a little nepotism situation happening with someone who's a junior or someone that's at your level but doesn't have your title or doesn't have whatever, the amount of responsibility you have, and they're trying to come for you. Let me see if I can get a name. I'm going deeper with Yvonne just because I hate when I see stuff like this. Plus, she's been a really excellent client, and I like Yvonne. I'm hearing Yvonne, I'm hearing a name like Linda, Lisa, Lena, Lana, something like that, like an L. And I'm seeing a Caucasian male with glasses and brown hair. He's kind of good looking. He might be his 40s or 50s. He's kind of fit. He gives me like Clark Kent vibes in terms of like how he looks. So Vaughn, I hope that helped you, but just keep moving on. But don't let nobody mess with your license. And like I said, dot your I's and cross your T's. Somebody's they're gunning for you though. They're trying to set you up. Go with your intuition, Yvonne, and definitely do your third eye opening meditations and swing your pendulums. Do I owe anybody else? Okay, Ebony Bellamy. Ebony, are you related to Monique? Monique, you said you always feel like your messages are sad. I'm sorry, my darling. See, I don't look, guys, as a reader, I'm going through quite a few things on the back end that's really sad. It's a lot. Like I said, I've been dealing with a lot of spiritual warfare. I'm just saying this, so Monique, I hope you're still there. And we have seasons when it's just things are just not great, or some things are really great and some things are really fucked up. And so that's just life, and I don't like to sugarcoat or shit you guys or bullshit you guys with these answers. That's why I try to give strategy. That's why I try to give, as much detail as I can. So don't, Monique, you can feel how you feel. You feel how you feel your feelings, but understand that we have seasons. We have seasons where everything is just blossoming. And then we have seasons where we're learning. We're having seasons when, we're being put up against the rope. We're being tested by spirit. Okay. Okay. Okay, Monique, are you also Ebony Bellamy? Is that the same? Because it was a different name. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, I see it. It's coming in Ebony, but I see it as Monique. Yes. Okay, Monique, tell me where you're located and your age, please. Tell me where you're located, your age. Let me see what else. Thank you, Shanae. Monique, tell me your age and where you're located, please. East Coast 40 plus. I know that's right. 40 plus plus. Okay. Monique, I've read for you before though on the phone, right? Because your name is very familiar. Okay. Yeah, your job is not all positions, Vonnie. Okay, that's cool. Vonnie, just get you some protective crystals, black tourmaline. You could even wear a cross if you want. Get a key and anoint it in olive oil and wear it around your neck. They can't stop you, but it's always some bullshit. Okay, Monique, let's go. I have read for you before. Okay, I don't have anybody's file in front of me, and I don't remember your story, but your energy felt familiar. So, spirit message. Let me see if I can get it. I'm trying to see if Spirit wants to give like a positive one for you, Monique. Okay. Okay. So Monique, here we go. So there are new opportunities coming up in both work and career and love for you by the end of the year, Monique. But you have to open up your heart chakra is kind of blocked, and I feel like I may have said that to you before, maybe in a personal reading. Monique, also, Spirit is asking you to be mindful of any like kind of pessimistic thinking. So like if you tend to look at the glass as half empty, they want you to start looking at it as more half full. I'm also going to say, Monique, there was something you used to do when you were younger. I don't know if you were like in a chess club or played an instrument, but there was something you did when you were younger, in your 20s, maybe your teens, maybe as a kid, that you need to get back to, because what it feels like to me is that you need to bring more joy, more joyful activities that are not centered around money or dating into your life to open up your heart chakra. Your heart chakra has seemed to have like kind of folded, and that tends to happen as we get older and life may not go our way, or we're taking these knocks, or we're being placed upon the ropes, as I say, the ropes of life, in the boxing ring against the ropes of life. So Monique, you do need to bring in more joy and listen to heart chakra meditations for you. But at the end of the year, around November, December, there's opportunities opening up both in career and romance. But Spirit is saying, Monique, if you tend to lean towards the pessimistic sort of mindset, or if you tend to lean towards, again, glass half empty, you may not be able to see these opportunities, or even worse, you may not be in an energetic alignment for them to fully come in properly. Okay. Oh my God, Tiffany, that's okay. Okay, so Monique, that was the message for you. So heart chakra meditations, look at Meditative Mind on YouTube. We're a lot of green. And then Monique, go back to something you used to really enjoy. It could be playing soccer, it could be doing hair, it could be going to museums, it could be, telling jokes on stage, but there's something you used to do when you were younger that you really enjoyed and you really had fun. Okay. Oh, Tiffany's on a traumatic experience of sexual exploitation of African American women. Okay, wow. So something's happening this summer around that, Tiffany. It's going to be something on the world stage, on the global stage. I'm seeing Meg Thee Stallion for some reason. You might want to get in touch with like a celebrity, Tiffany, who talks about that stuff a lot. They'll be willing to put in some quotes for you. That'd be pretty good. Okay, am I waiting on anybody else? Okay. Okay, if you're over on Instagram, come on and join me on YouTube on the Psychic Zaya so that I can read for you over at Psychic Zaya on YouTube. Okay. 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 So Jade, you put in for question number 2. I think you did. Okay, yes. Okay, Jade, come on. All right. Hey, Zai, question 2. So this is for Jade. This is for Jade. Jade. So things with Chai CH didn't work out. It could have been me, or he could have been a fuck boy. He went ghost. What has happened in my love life? What do I need to do different? Okay, Jade, let's see here. So some of it is that with this guy CH, it seems like he was entertaining other parties. I also see someone that he's been dealing with on and off from feels like damn near childhood. Somebody he dealt with from like high school that he runs back to, and then he picks up new people when that's kind of getting old. So that's some of it. That's some of it with him. But the message from spirit around your love life in general, and this is kind of Jade, is for you is that it seems like your communication style when you're involved with someone romantically can be a bit rough around the edges. I hope I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Oh, let me get out of my people pleasing. Spirit is saying, Jade, that your communication style when you're in romantic relationships can be a little rough around the edges. So I don't know if you're from like the New York area, Northeast or Detroit. I say that because I'm from New York. And one thing I've noticed with all like a lot of my New York girls, my Northeast girls, or even people like girls from like Detroit, like cities that are masculine, cities that are not easy cities for a variety of reasons, we can be a little bit brusque or a little bit abrasive in the way that we speak to people. Jade is laughing, so she knows. We can be brusque or abrasive when we speak to people. And we're also tend to be bosses. Like we tend to just be, because you got to be, because living in New York, you got to make that money. To live in Detroit, you got to get your, like, you just have to have your shit together. You can't be, Jade, you think you're the sweetest. She's laughing. Okay, thank you, Crystal. Okay, thank you, Crystal. So no CIA, Crystal. Okay, great, Crystal. That's great. So Jade, you have to be mindful of your communication. You know how you communicate with these men. A lot of times, the men you meet tend to have really soft hearts, even if they have hard exteriors. And so they may seem like they're like Mr. Tough Guy, but like if you start kind of giving them a little spice, they get really hurt. And you have a way with words, Jade. You're very strong with your words. You know how to box with your words. Okay, Crystal, you had an in person with me. Oh wow. Yeah, so the boss thing is your reality. Yeah, so that's nothing, Jade. If you are actually an entrepreneur or a top level executive for an organization, a lot of times what I find with my clients who are, entrepreneurs, successful top level executives, they don't know how to take off that boss hat and energy when interacting romantically, especially the females, because you're so used to having to lead people, which requires a very different version of you versus when they go home into these marriages, these intimate spaces. Sometimes they treat the partners like the help or like the servant or like the underdog, or there's a very can be dismissive, abrasive, confrontational energy. So Jade, there's a girl called Allison. I forgot Allison's last name. Allison, but she's a matchmaker. She be getting people married. She gets that ring on people. She gets that ring on these women. I think she should do something when she says 5 years later, how people are doing, right? Because it's like, okay, you get down the aisle is one hurdle, then staying in that marriage is another. But her name is Allison. What's Allison's name? Zakia, do you know what I'm talking about? Allison. What is Alice? She is a brown skinned girl, long hair. She just had 2 babies. She's married. But she's a lot. If you guys DM me, I will give you Allison's number. Yeah, yeah, yes, a matchmaker is good. Okay, okay, Vonnie, I see you for question 3. Go ahead. Okay, I'm about to go there. So that's it. So I would say, Jade, everybody could use a matchmaker. Allison is very good. DM me on IG and I'll give you her info. I can't think of her name right now. Okay, Yvonne, question number 3. I think I'm going to go for another 10 minutes or so, Z, and then we're going to go out. Vonnie, for question number 3 is, I've been dealing with a guy, initials DL, on and off for years. Why do we keep circling back to each other? And is there a future for us? Okay. You feel like you're too nice, Jade? Interesting. It may not be that you're like mean. What I'm getting, it's more of the way you communicate and the way that you speak to them, the tone, the voices, the words that you may use. That's what I'm finding. She's a matchmaker, Allison. You can find her. She's got long, dark hair, black girl. She's brown skin. Find her on IG. She's all on IG. She's on YouTube too. Okay, so I've been dealing with a guy initials DL and I offered him. Why do we keep circling back to each other? And is there a future for us? So Yvonne and DL. So you and DL do this, Yvonne, when you're both kind of bored or you're lonely, you kind of circle back to each other. And because you guys are like friends, like you're not like he's not like your bestie, but you and DL actually get along, even when you guys may be like having some off moments or off seasons. The two of you get along, Yvonne, and you are actual friends. So what happens is because you get along and you are actual friends, Yvonne, it's like it's a lot of comfort in dealing with each other. And that's what it is. Do I see a future? I'm getting a soft maybe, but it looks like he meets someone in the next 8 months and he gets married to that person within 3 years. So Yvonne, if this is someone that you really want to be serious with, then you need to talk to him. Now, I am hearing over the years that he has been in and out of relationships. And if that's true and he's out of one now, then now might be a good time to really say, hey, I really want to try something real with you. Do you want that with me? And if he's like, I don't know, that means a no and move on. Okay, so Yvonne, that's what I see. Because in this situation, you guys are pretty cool with each other. So he's not like harmful, but what I always tell people is it's when you can try to keep the lane clear. Like to me, it's almost better to have a one night stand than to have someone in and out of your life for 20 years that you never marry and neither one of you get married to someone else, because in that way you guys become blocks for one another. Yeah. You become blocks for one another. You become a block. So Yvonne, you get what I'm saying? Like either you guys got to get on the pot shit or get off the pot at this point, Yvonne, because if not, he becomes a block. You become a block for one another. Okay. Come on over if you're just joining me over. Hey, Lola, pretty brown eyes. Hey, Shawnee. I don't know who's just getting here, who's not. Okay, Rowena. Hey, Alicia, Agnes, Laura. Hey, IG, come on over to YouTube. I'm over at YouTube on Psychic Zaya so that I can answer your questions. If you're just joining me on IG, come on over to Psychic Zaya on YouTube so I can answer your questions. I'm doing $25 live psychic readings, one question at a time. So Yvonne, okay. You guys throw me some hearts on YouTube. Let me know you're still there, please. It's so dry here in the city. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, so Yvonne, so move on. Cut that tie completely. Because at this point, you're so comfortable with him that you guys, it's like, so a lot of times when we have someone, lovers that we're just comfortable with, that's been in and out of our lives for a long time, we don't really earnestly try to go out and date, and we don't open up our hearts fully because it's like, oh, I got this fallback. And you're comfortable with the fallback. So then what happens is you just never really move forward because you're always kind of falling back. Okay, Jade, thank you. Yeah, and maybe Jade, if you've got someone, Tiffany, I just saw your I think that's your 5th question. Go for it. Jade, if you've got some exes that you trust, then maybe have a talk with them and ask them that. Like I said, do you feel like how do you feel when I talk to you? How do you feel when I, like ask them that, Jade, like just that way? Because I had to do that even with myself. I had another client like that, and I was like, especially if I think if you grew up like as a hip hop kid in the 80s and the 90s, girls were kind of tomboyish back then, right? Like I think, not in like a super way, but like it was a very much like a sporty era. And I remember having a lot of guy friends as a teenager. And so a lot of times we get used to interacting with men a certain way or males a certain way, and it doesn't change for a while, especially if you had a lot of male friends and you kind of joked around with them a lot. So sometimes we bring that communication in. I mean, I definitely have changed how I communicate with men romantically. I'm more mindful. I'm very much more mindful now. Of course, I have no target practice at this time, but I had to tell someone the other day who was like, I'm very interested in you. And I had to tell him I was not interested in him. In the past, I'm not sure if I would have said anything. I might have just like not just ghosted, or I don't know. He's a pilot, so that's like really appealing. I might have been like, well, I'm gonna go out with him. He's a pilot. Let me see where it goes. It's like, you're not interested in this man. Just don't waste his time. It hurt him, Yeah, I definitely would have just went out with him because he was a pilot back in the day. Okay, go ahead. Tiffany, question number 6. When will DJE reach out to me to discuss our child? I filed for child support when he disappeared. Oh man, okay. So DJE seems like he's just not gonna respond at all, Tiff. I think we talked about this the other week. He's just not gonna respond at all. His money is weird. Like he's making money, but not, I don't something's up with his money. He's not gonna reach out to at all. He's just gonna ignore it. He's like, screw it. I'll just have that bill. They can garnish my check or my taxes or my passport. It feels like to me he makes his money off the books, maybe. I'm not sure if his money is like it has a paper trail, and if it doesn't, you're definitely not gonna hear from him. You're not gonna hear from him. Now, it does feel like if you have a son, he seems like he reaches out when the child is 5 years old for whatever reasons. I don't know, but I don't see him responding at all. And it feels like he hides his money somehow, Tiff. Okay. Tiffany, I would definitely say for you, look into getting somatic therapy, and a therapist that's in trauma informed, and look to get a trauma release massage. Massage is a kind word. I'm trying to get one for my birthday. They're Tiffany, if you DM me on IG, I can send someone to you. Hey, Shanae, I see your second question. Come on in, your second payment. Thank you. But Tiffany, I would spend this year working and doing deep healing on yourself so that you can really align with someone that you really want to be with, who really wants to be with you, who's healthy. Okay. Because right now, Tiffany, you're dealing with people who are reflecting your wounds back to you. You're choosing and dealing with people who are reflecting your wounds back to you. And we do that until we become aware of our wounds and until we heal our wounds. And then you get a bunch of tests where spirit goes, hey, so you healed, huh? Let me test you. Come on for the master class. And then they send you a freak. Oh God, I feel like that's a message for me. Please don't do that. I'm tired. Y'all know I got a lot going on. Please don't do that. Okay, Jade. Okay, Blasey, if you want to, Blasey, are you Fuel Fit? No, you're 868. No, Shanae is Fuel Fitness. Blasey, you would have to put in, you'd have to pay for a second question. So Blasey, pay for a second question, my darling, and I can answer that for you, okay? Oh, right now, while the world is a little crazy, everyone should be carrying like a grounding stone. Is IG still on? I'm surprised IG didn't click me up. Everyone should carry a grounding stone. So this is a red quartz, but it actually has a real name. But it's a red quartz. Just say red quartz. And this is really good. So at night when you're sleeping, you can put this underneath your pillow. You can also put it in your pocket, and you can put it in your underwear. Like, don't be like, especially if you sleep alone, put it in your underwear right underneath your genitals. This is for everybody, male and female, and however you identify. And you will feel trembling in your genital area, but it's mostly what's happening is your root chakra is like getting into alignment. Anytime you feel stressed, anytime you have anxiety, a grounding stone. So this is red quartz, or you could use black tourmaline. I have a lot of crystals. I had to go to my storage and I got a lot of my crystals. I'm so excited to have my crystals back with me. I was down to one crystal, y'all, because I was traveling. Another good stone to have is that black tourmaline, like I've mentioned. That protects you from negativity. Okay. And then this is, oh my God, it's called like druzy quartz. Why can't iron pyrite. Whew. I'm concerned about my memory. Iron pyrite. This is really good for self-confidence, solar plexus, and for money. Okay. So question number 4 is, Why are they coming for my position though? I don't bother anyone. I just show up and work. Yvonne, nobody cares about you showing up and going to work. The people love to mess with people that just show up and go to work, and that would be messy. Especially if you're a Black woman and you're not just show up and go to work. You are competent. They're just coming because they're nasty and jealous. It's a nepotism thing. So someone at the top, I think the guy that I described, he's somewhere at the top or on the board or whatever the fuck he is, who's trying to get somebody he knows on put on. Like he's trying to get, it's a nepotism thing. He's trying to get somebody else put on. Listen to what I said about those names and about the person descriptions, and think through the people you know, not only the people that work with you immediately, but maybe some of the people at the board or the top or district managers. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're doing very well. They just want to give that role to someone else. They want someone else to get the money. My concern is you can get another job with what you do. You're going to always be in demand. My concern is them trying to fuck with your license. I don't want you to have a problem with your license. Black tourmaline, it protects from negativity. It protects from negativity, and it also grounds your energy. So it's also another good stone to soothe your emotions and anxiety. So whenever you guys are watching the news, and I would not watch the news or scroll the news or text the news or DM the news. People don't send me shit. Don't send me anything. Unless it's you personally dying, don't send me shit. You can hold on to these stones to help calibrate and ease your emotions. Okay. Okay. I see you, Shanae. Bloxy, you played for another one. Okay, Bloxy wants to know a spirit message regarding her love life, and then I'm going to get to Shanae. Okay, Blasi, sorry, Anicia. Bloxy, okay, regarding your love life. So Bloxy, what I'm getting regarding your love life is that you do too much people pleasing. You're a pushover for the wrong people, Bloxy. And then you what you do is you say yes, yes, yes in your love life, and then you get mad when like you've said yes and then you've put yourself out there and then you don't want, then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said yes. You get frustrated and you blow up at the person. Bloxy, you have to work on your communication of the heart. You have to stand your ground and say what you feel and put up boundaries early on. In your love life, you do not stand up for yourself enough, Bloxy. And then what happens is later you get mad about it and then it becomes a big kerfuffle. Another thing is, Bloxy, you have some friends around you that are very competitive who are slightly like kind of backstabber. So when you're going out trying to date, you should just go out by yourself. Like go to a sports bar, look really pretty, sit at the bar by yourself, let men buy you drinks. Like there's some friends around you who really are not true friends and they kind of be cock blocking for real. Hey, Nadine, Michelle, come on in here, girl. Come on and drop your question. If you're looking at me over IG, I'm over here on YouTube for about another 10 minutes or so. Zakia, if you have to go, it's okay. You can jump off. I'm over here on YouTube for about another 10 minutes or so on Psychic Zaya answering psychic questions one at a time for $25. Head over. Hey, pretty meat. Hey, passionate Natalie. Okay, so that was for Blasi. For Bonnie, question number 4. Oh yeah, I answered your question number 4. Okay, that's fine, Bonnie. Yeah, and then just you're moving on anyway. You know what I mean, Bonnie? You're moving anyway. So okay, Shanae, you just paid for a second one. Love life. Interested in an exclusive love relationship with someone who wants to be married and explore life together. Do you see that for me? Got it, Shanae. Shanae, this is what Spirit is telling me. I always want to put that disclaimer. I got to know on that because they're saying deep inside that is not what you want. You do not really want to be in a monogamous relationship. That's what they're saying, Shanae. You have to lean in for that. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I mean, no disrespect. But they're saying deep in your soul, you're not a monogamous. You're not monogamous. You're not meant for monogamy. You're not really a monogamous person. What you could have is someone where you guys are poly and you have certain rules where maybe you only take on new lovers every 5 years. But they're saying that deep inside, you're not a monogamous person. That's not really for you. You won't be happy in that unless the person is extremely exploratory when it comes to their sexuality, their physique. Just like you need someone very open. Shanae, you might even do well dating a man who's bisexual, but like a healthy bisexual man, like not out there just slinging it around with no protection and on lying and cheating and saying he's not like a man who's like, yeah, I'm bisexual, I love men and women, and that's what it is. And I think we're getting to that point. I don't know if I feel like I don't know if men over 40 or 35 are getting to that point, but I feel like men under 30, especially Black men of color, will be able to say that. That's going to be a new day. But yeah, hey, pretty Meech. So that's what I'm hearing, Shanae. You've got to do some deep digging there. Could you get married to someone and be poly? I see that. Not to be stereotypical, but it does feel like the person that you could be with is someone, it feels like someone who's used to polyamorous, who's grew up in that culture. So maybe someone from the continent, from Africa. However, I'm not sure if they're going to want you to be out there poly. That's the problem. Hey, Nadine. Okay. It won't allow you to submit a question, Nadine. PayPal won't? On YouTube won't? Are you subscribed to the channel, Nadine? If not, Nadine, then just post your question over here on IG. I've read for Nadine for years. We're actually friends, so I'm only doing this for Nadine on IG. If you can, okay. Blasi, I think I answered your question. Oh, you just have your daughter with him. Okay, so you don't have a son. Okay, then Tiffany. So then you have to scratch that. Okay. Blah. I'm gonna go another two more. I'm gonna do Nadine, and I got energy for one more question after Nadine's question. Nadine, you can drop it on IG. Blasi, I think I just answered your question, no? About your love life. You had a question. Blasi, you had a question regarding your love life. Yeah. Oh, okay, Nadine, I see you. You're on it's on YouTube. Thank you. Blasi, I just answered your question about your love life. Okay. So Nadine say, hey, Zaya, great seeing you. Hey, girl, it's great seeing you. Everything's going well. Job is super busy. Just got back from Japan. Ooh, always on edge at this time of year. Do you see me excelling in any other areas, such as music or podcast? Oh, Nadine, I saw you with this podcast. Yo, you could do a podcast. Oh my gosh, girl. Actually, Nadine, I see you with 2.5 podcasts. So I see you in a podcast with 2 other girls or 3 other women where you guys all like rotate as hosts. So it's not too much on y'all. And it feels like industry girls, like maybe someone is like a public figure. You're behind the scenes events, somebody else is like this, that, the third. That's really dope. And it seems like it gets picked up by either BET or Radio One, like one of like the urban networks. So I see that. Music, not so much, Nadine. I do see some opportunities coming up for songwriting. But Nadine, jump on that podcast. I see you doing really well with it and making like opening doors and opportunities for you to make more money, to get paid to speak and stuff like that. Also, Nadine, they're saying that you should get into something with AI. There's a girl called Alicia Little. Alicia needs to give me a link for referrals because Alicia Little, she teaches people how to do Queen of AI. She teaches you how to get into AI. AI consultants are making like $2,500 an hour. I just have some creative things I'm going to do. Otherwise, I would have went down that road, but whatever. Okay. So that's what I got for you for Nadine. Well, Japan, I'm excited for you. All right. I think I'm going to jump off because it's been 1.5 hours, which is, it's been 1.5 hours. I don't want to exhaust myself. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm going to end. There will be a replay up on YouTube. So that you guys can hear your questions, and the chat replay will be up as well so that you can see your question. Thank you all. I'm going to do this again probably this week. Nadine said, yeah. Okay, Shanae said, okay. Good, Nadine. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. Like, Nadine, you're probably going to end up being a full-time podcast. I'm going to be honest with you, like making all your money through podcasts in less than 5 years. Like, it's going to do very, very, very well. Very well. Because you got the gift of gab. You've got the looks and all that stuff. So like, it's a natural fit. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This has been fun as always. Thank you so much, guys, on IG. I'll see you guys. I'm going to try to do another one this week, maybe on Sunday or something like that. All right. Peace. Bye, everyone. Thank you for supporting me. Peace. Thank you, Z.